Yo.
What's up?
What up, everybody? We are back here during the tail end of the Los Angeles Lakers-Memphis Grizzlies game. Sorry.
Yeah. Lakers not looking too good today, man.
No, it looks
Going
tough.
through the motions a little bit, I think. You
Okay.
know.
Yeah, they're currently down.
What's the score?
Down
by
86.
6.
Okay. They get close
Hanging
to gap,
in,
though.
Hanging in there.
They definitely can. They
How much
definitely
time
can.
3.5.
Yeah, they gotta come. Hey, come on.
Yeah, you got to come with something.
For sure. If you're gonna do it now.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to, we got to stay consistent. And Jay and I talked off camera. This is going to be a short pod because y'all got games you want to watch, and we want to watch the games as well.
For sure.
But so let's talk about. I guess you could say, playoffs started on Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday, right?
Okay, let's talk Saturday to today. Talk about we got. I mean, honestly, a lot to talk about. Kings are up 2-0 on the Warriors.
Surprisingly.
Draymond has been suspended.
Not surprising.
Not at all.
I love how that was not planned at all.
Unison.
Nah. No surprise there. No surprise there at all.
Maybe a hot take. The Nuggets look like a great team. Don't
Yeah.
know if it's all Jokic.
No.
I'm just going to be real honest.
I like that.
Milwaukee is smacking Miami right now. Tyler Hero's hurt. By the way, a lot of hand injuries in the first 5 days
Yeah.
of the playoffs. Have y'all noticed that?
Yep.
A lot of injuries just in general.
Yeah.
It's the wildest first couple days of injuries, and I only say that because we're watching Giannis. That's a big L for
Is
them.
he playing tonight or no?
No, I don't
he's
think
out tonight.
so.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
He
he
did.
did fall pretty hard.
He did.
He fell hard.
And you talking about and they're up on the Heat right now. I think I last saw by 10. That's almost a must win.
For sure.
Which is crazy.
Think about it.
We're talking game 2 of the number 1 seed in the East. That's a must win
In the first round. Which is crazy to think about. But let's kind of dive right into it. We got a few things. What do we want to start with? Do we want to react to? I mean, there's 2 pieces of Warriors news: Draymond, and then the Warriors down 2-0 or 0-2. What do we want to start with?
Yeah, we can start there. Let's start there. Let's touch on the injuries a little bit.
Okay.
We talked about the hand injury. What about Ja Morant? Will he be back? What do you guys think there?
Got to be back.
Yeah.
I think.
You're gonna have to have him.
Yeah,
Word.
they need him. Be honest with you, the games that he was out this year, Memphis had a pretty solid
They
record.
performed well.
They did, and they're performing well against the Lakers right now. But like we said, Lakers look like they're struggling. I think to go deeper, I think they need him. But right now, I honestly think they can get past the Lakers.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
with Tyus Jones playing well, Desmond Bane, obviously Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So with that, you go game by game. You just play it game by game.
Yeah.
Now, do you push the panic button if the Lakers win tonight? You're down 2-0.
Oh, yeah, you gotta suit up.
Going to L.A.
Yeah.
At that point,
They win.
You got to
They win tonight.
give him another day of rest.
Or
again,
maybe chill.
another game.
Chill. See what happens in L.A.
He needs a little, what is that, cortisone or something?
Little shot.
Steroid. He needs something. If it hurt that bad, he looked like he was in pain.
Especially if the Lakers come back from basically losing the entire game and they beat them tonight. Yeah, I think Ja has to play.
Word.
I think that's a given.
Chat, stay active. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Let us know how y'all feeling. Again, this is a short episode, so we want to make sure we get what you guys are saying too. So
Kobe went straight for the neck. He said, and the Mavs are still dead.
that's too far. Early in the pod like that is crazy. Shout out Kobe.
Sam, so I asked the chat, can the Grizz do it without Ja? And Sam said Grizz might be able to get past LA without Ja, but no further. What do y'all think about that?
I agree.
I agree.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, that was that may be the first thing. Okay, end of pod. Everybody agrees. Good. Solid.
But let's talk about the other team in the Western Conference that's struggling right now. The Golden State Warriors have looked abysmal. I mean, I don't want to say abysmal, but
they've struggled.
That little panic button, like Daniel said, my fingers probably would hover.
Hover
just a little bit. My hand's not shaking yet.
Word.
But it's close.
I would say because I was on the Golden State train here of them going straight to the finals and winning this whole thing. And so for me, I don't think you're pushing the panic button yet. Losing Draymond for game 3 is going to hurt terribly, but I think they've owned the right to just kind of we'll see how it goes. This team's battle tested, even though they're still trash on the road. but there's still that championship pedigree still there, and you don't just lose that just because of it. So like I'm not pushing the panic button. I'm still like, it's Warriors until prove me wrong. But they are playing pretty bad right now.
Word.
And
it's nicely said.
It is.
What's your reaction?
And I'm last thing. Sorry to cut you guys off, but it's like, hey, we're gonna give some shine to the Kings. Yeah. They are playing well.
They are.
They are playing well. Shout out to the Kings. I mean, you can only be so good or so bad, and the Warriors might be bad and the Kings might be good, but it doesn't matter. They're playing.
Yeah,
give them
for sure. I think they're doing a good job on Curry, running them off the screens. They're just making a lot of winning plays, man. In the playoffs, we talk about winning plays, and you can see that the whole team is locked in on the mission. Mm-hmm. Whereas, the Warriors, I feel like they're still usually during this time, what's the most valuable is kind of riding the momentum that you take from the season. And I feel like the Warriors, over the years have done that really well. But lately, with Wiggins being gone and Steph Curry being in and out of the lineup being hurt, Draymond getting texts every other, it kind of throws off the rhythm a little bit. You feel me? So now they're trying to play catch up against a team who's already caught up. For sure. And that's been the difficult.
Did you say
tag.
Wiggins too? Did I miss you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Wiggins been in and out. So it's like they could do it because, they're one of those teams that can put it together really fast, but they do need to go. They do need to, stop playing, get to it. Draymond, obviously, we want him around. The Warriors, that is. They're going to want him around. And yeah, that's going to hurt for sure. So, I don't know, man. De'Aaron and them just looking real good. I'm not going to lie. Denver's looking real good, but we can touch on them a little later.
Yeah, so. let's get I want to get everybody's reaction to the Draymond Green ejection against Domantas Sabonis. A play that appeared to be kind of both two-sided.
Word.
I think I saw a little bit of a foot
Come
grab.
Here.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, did Dre trip? For sure.
Yeah.
Did he have to land on the chest?
I
don't know.
Yeah.
When your foot's got to come down somewhere, right?
Right.
I mean,
right on the sternum.
Take this.
Yeah, not right there.
There were some levels of instigation.
Agreed.
I think there, and he probably knew he can get away with it because it is Draymond, and hey, it's like Draymond, you got to be smarter than that. Come on, man, you're better than that, sorta, but you got to be better.
No, I agree. I think
can't let the Kings get to your head right now.
That's true.
I mean,
and when you already have that stigma around the league, anyways, it's like you gotta kind of chill. But again, I'm not saying I understand it, but I do get how it happened.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody grabbing your foot and you feel like you've already had a couple of instances with this player. It's like, I got to get him off me. That's going to be your next reaction regardless of who you are, I think.
Mm-hmm. I will say I do think it was amplified because, one, it was Draymond.
For sure.
And two, because he was walking around to the crowd, hyping the crowd up, making the crowd scream and yell and boo him and all of that. And I think that pissed everybody off too.
Right.
So I think that's two reasons why it was worse than it probably actually was in the long run.
For sure.
But
he went too far a little bit, just at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he would have just stepped and be like, my bad, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe it's a different conversation. Even if he step and say, man, he was grabbing my leg, and he don't taunt the crowd and, go crazy, it's like, then, maybe there's a little more dialogue there. But after the step to the stone cold, it's like, you got to get suspended, bro. We can't. You know what I'm saying? Just from a league standard, we have to.
Yeah, I think they had to.
You feel me?
Just one game, we're gonna nip this in the bud right now. None of these, no more shenanigans. It's Draymond, so you're gonna sit.
Yeah, I think I definitely think Draymond could have hidden it a little bit better.
For sure.
If you want to step on the guy, step on him and keep your foot on him and then trip over him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Then it looks like, oh well, he just tripped again, but. He came up and almost just
hammer fisted straight down,
both feet in the air, just you know what I mean? Curb stomp. But yeah, I think a suspension is definitely something that needs to be looked into and be warranted. But it's tough because, like we said, it's physical. It's playoff time. There's no other time like the playoffs.
For sure.
It's winning basketball. It's going to be competitive. These dudes are going to. I mean, look at last night or 2 nights ago when we watched the Clippers.
Yeah.
And Kawhi get ready to go for a rebound. They push him in the back. No
Word.
call.
Mm-hmm.
No call.
Word.
And it's like, okay, well, if this guy can jump in the air and be vulnerable and you can push him in the back and nothing happens, free
game at this point.
Something's got to give.
Plus, it's Kawhi, too. He's not just some
That's
rando out there.
Yeah, this is a dude that doesn't complain. He doesn't do anything like that. But, yeah, I think, it's warranted. I hate that the Warriors are going to be without Dre because it's just going to mess their flow up even more.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said earlier, Jay. But it is kind of what it is. But
it is though.
By
all means, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody grab my foot during that time, I might stump him. I might do the same thing. I'll probably get suspended after. And that's what you got. You got to live with the consequences. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I get it, but like you said, it is what it is.
Yeah, a new topic. Let's talk about your team because we had some doubts.
Yeah.
Against the Suns. I don't know. I think it's pretty even right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, you did call it. Big brain basketball.
You know what I'm saying?
You did call it and say, it's the Suns' first year. KD got there halfway through the season.
Yep.
They haven't had a full 82 games to chill. But at the same time, the Clippers are without PG.
That's true.
Like you said, with a lot of replica players.
Yeah.
And still performing at a high level. Last night they had a chance. Phoenix shut the door, but series is tied 1-1, headed back to LA. How do you feel about it?
I think there's a good chance we take that one, at least that first one. It's a home game. You want to get them right away. I think they're going to be, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I feel like game 2 was a lot to learn from, man, because they tried a bunch of different schemes.
Yeah.
Whereas game 1, it was still kind of like, when you early in the fight, you trying to figure each other out.
Yep.
One person might get the best of the other.
Yep.
Clippers came out on top.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now they're studying each other. I feel like at this point, the next 2 to 3 games, you kind of know what to expect from each other. So now it's going to come down to effort. It's going to come, it comes down to your superstars.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like the Suns kind of have the edge because we could go to Kawhi. Westbrook right now is a little iffy. And then after that, it's like, damn, who get a ball to Bones? Eric Gordon? I feel like that may not be enough. So, overall, I feel like the Suns may get them, but I do think we get game 3.
Mm-hmm. I think, and to your point too, it's also a game of adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
When you're seeing when these series go this long and they go deeper into the 5, 6, 7 range, it's all about adjustments in there and what they can do. And I think you're totally nailed it. Like the Suns got to get game 3. I think they will.
Yeah,
I think they will too.
You think the Suns going to take game 3?
I think Suns will take game 3 on the Clippers floor.
I'm going Clippers, and the Clippers taking game 3. I think the way a guy that we have ragged on, and I've been the number one offender lot is Russ, and he has played phenomenal. I think he's played with a new fire under
defense is crazy
for sure.
That
chasing
block,
KD around like that.
Yeah, he's active.
I think that's an unsung. His shooting. They're going to kill him for that. It's not too. I don't know the exact stats, but I don't think it's been that great. But the defense has been solid. Solid D. Shout out Brody.
Yeah, shout out to the Brody. Let's think about this. Well, I guess we can kind of congratulate CP because the Scott Foster streak has been broken.
Oh yeah, So I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. Good call.
Let's kind of talk about where we go from here. Everybody in the chat, and Daniel's been keeping up with the score. The Grizz won by 10.
Yeah.
Currently, I don't know how bad Milwaukee is beating.
It's
the
bad.
Heat. It's bad? Okay. So, looks like you only have to look forward to the Nuggets and the Timberwolves tonight. And I don't know if I would even watch that game, to be honest with you. But
it's over with, huh?
I think so. I think that the T-Wolves have a lot more fight than they showed in game 1. But like you said earlier, the Nuggets, or like you said last pod, I think that the Nuggets just fire on all cylinders.
Yeah, they do, bro.
You know what I mean? It's not just Jokic. And everybody wants to, they want to throw numbers in the chat. They want to throw numbers on, Twitter, social media, whatever, and say this is why he's the MVP because all of these numbers. If you watch that game 1, like we've always said, numbers never lie, but they don't tell the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
The game the eye test that a lot of people say doesn't exist, that tells the whole story.
Yeah.
Michael Porter went crazy. Jamal Murray played well.
Yep.
Obviously, you have Jokic.
They're deep though, bro.
Their depth is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they sweep them.
Yeah, I agree though. I can see that. Again, when you're talking about teams that's rolling right into the playoffs, they clicking, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They move the ball well. They play the gaps well on defense. They know how to find Jokic in times of need. They know how to spread it out. So, all these things you look for from a good team, they kind of possess, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think I kind of slipped, to be honest. I think, I was like, it'll be Denver. They'll just come out and beat Denver again. But looking at them now, it's like, they kind of like, they figured it out a little bit, in my opinion. So I think they might sweep them too, bro.
I like that too, as I think we all kind of slept on it just because of what they've done in the past.
Right.
And you're like, hey, Nuggets, show me what you can do in the playoffs. I'll go gentleman sweep.
Yeah.
4-1.
4-1, yeah.
4-1?
I'll go gentleman sweep.
So, because they'll be heading back to Minnesota here, game 3. It's going to be tough. Yeah, the Bucks are blowing the heat out right now.
They got 80. They're up 26 at halftime.
They've scored 81.
They got 81 already.
At half?
At half, yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, you might as well just go ahead and get the keys and get on the bus.
Word.
Head back to Miami.
Yep. We'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Click over to TNT and watch that Nuggets Timberwolves game. Forget Bucks and Heat right now.
Yeah, or you can like this pod right now.
There you go.
Yeah, you can do that too. That's right.
One quick little announcement. We don't have the ability for super chats right now. We're still working some things out with YouTube, our good friends over there. But we did set up a Streamlabs link. Laney has pinned it in the chat. If you guys do want to support the show, that would be great. You can give us tips. Totally up to you. If you just want to come by and enjoy the content, we love having you here. Thank y'all for being a part of the family. Like we said, this is going to be kind of a quick podcast. Or I guess you could say live show. We maybe we need to get away from podcasts because we could be the #1 basketball sports show. You know what I'm saying?
Point, though.
There you
Feel
go.
me? You know what I'm saying?
Going on right now. But let's talk about some things that maybe we haven't mentioned. I want to kind of put y'all on the spot. What are some things about these first 5 days of playoff basketball that have surprised you?
That's a good question.
Oh, I'll start with the Warriors. I think the Warriors being down the way they've been playing is very surprising, and I meant to say this last time, and I'm glad we brought this back up because I got a killer stat here. Steph Curry has never been down 2-0 in any playoff series ever played in.
Never.
What?
They talked about that on ESPN the other day.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Ever.
Never. He's never been down 2-0.
Never.
Damn.
He's been down 1 game, never 2.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how he comes back.
I did not know that.
I didn't know it either until I wish I could say I came up with that all by myself, but I stole it from Twitter.
That's impressive though. Curry kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's
yeah.
Damn, that's tough. Okay.
He'll be fine.
What's been the thing that's surprised you maybe the most?
Man, the intensity. I think. I feel like everybody's sliding them. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we at a point now where, bro, it's still, for some reason, it doesn't feel like the league is wide open, but it kind of still gives that feel that anything can happen. And you know what I'm saying? After watching March Madness, it's always like, we're going to watch NBA, but we kind of know what to expect. Whereas this year, you know what I'm saying, there's so many deciding factors. It's like we kind of know what to expect, but at the same time, 1 or 2 things can shift the whole series, bro. You feel me? So I just think the intensity, I just think the players really locking in, except LA tonight.
Right.
God.
Or in the Heat.
Or the Heat, yeah. But it's all right. I mean,
but for the most part,
I
think we're seeing some really good basketball overall. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, that's how I know we're really brothers because that's what I was going to say too.
Yeah.
I will say the surprising thing to me has been the way the young teams have performed with no playoff experience. The Kings are balling.
Word.
Malik went crazy. De'Aaron Fox is going crazy.
Though.
Sabonis is going crazy. And even though they were in there for 2 games, the Thunder, they showed flashes. It's like, okay, this team may be around for a little while.
Word.
You got a couple of the other series, Cleveland and the Knicks.
Yeah. Word, that's a dogfight over there.
They're split right now. That one's going to go 7.
I think so too.
I think so.
I do.
Interesting.
And to your point,
it's going down in New York.
Yeah,
it really is. It really is. And I hate to bring up New York because we just need to pour one out for Jalen Brunson because I think he had 40 the other night.
They still lost, right?
Yeah, but I mean that could have been 40 for the Mavs. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I know you was going there. Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Done.
Just wants to twist this wound a little bit deeper, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough because you know what I mean. It's like
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like seeing that new shiny car, and then somebody you save up money, and you're gonna go buy it that day, and then somebody drives off in it as you're driving in the parking lot.
Hurt.
It's
Damn.
like, well,
Yeah,
it
no.
wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean?
Word.
But yeah, I think the way the young teams, specifically Sacramento, the way they've performed, they never fold. They've never folded. Like throughout runs, they've sustained the runs that the Warriors have made, and they've just said, okay, we'll raise your 8-2 run and give you a 12-4 run. And so it's tough. And like you said, it's not like the league is wide open yet, but it's almost like anything really can happen.
Word.
And to the Kings or whatever, usually the visiting team is the one that goes, man, if I could just come out of here with a split. You know, the Kings were saying, if I could just come out of a home court with a split. You never seen a home team think like that. But, yeah, props to them.
Anytime you're playing,
You okay?
reboot. Anytime you're playing Steph Curry, you hope to get out of there with a split for sure. I think that's been something. I think that's been something that Benjamin Foe, we already talked about the Draymond stomp. But yeah, I am going through it. But I think it is something that's been, the league has missed.
Yeah, for real though.
Ratings may be down, but as this generation's GOATs are on their way out, Steph, LeBron, KD, not saying that they're going to retire tomorrow, but
I know what
these younger faces, Jason Tatum, Luka,
Jaylen Brown,
yep. I guess you could say Devin Booker, even though he's been in the league for a while.
Yeah, you can count D-Book. Ja Morant, of course.
Ja Morant, yeah. And, various guys like that, I think they're really stepping up. I think this is the first time you've really kind of seen people not back down from the guy they're playing, across. Wearing a different
Sam
jersey.
Lynn said he sent something to the Streamlabs. So,
well, thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Appreciate it, Sam. Clap it up.
Yep. Shout out. Yeah, if you guys are watching and you want to support the show, i.e. our studio fund, whatever, type deal, you can click the link in the pin. Click the pin.
You got to
I've been up since 4
reboot.
o'clock this morning. Sorry.
Greg just donated too, so thank you,
appreciate
Greg.
it, Greg.
What
We
up,
love Greg.
Yeah,
Shout out to Greg.
Love, for sure.
Well, I think we've got about 7-ish minutes left. We'll open up the chat for some of the questions for you guys to ask.
Let's go through the games though. I want to know who So game 3, you taking Warriors or Sac?
Warriors.
I'm going Warriors
because I need it.
I think same though.
I need it.
I'm gonna go Warriors in convincing fashion. I'm gonna say like maybe
gonna
12,
get rid of
maybe 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not exactly sure though.
Okay. Quick question. Just yes. Did they overpay Jordan Poole? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Oof. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You have like beta version Steph Curry.
Yeah.
No defense. You don't have. It's tough because if they're on the floor at the same time, they're running the same routes.
I hear that.
Technically, one's trying to go off a screen and set the other one a screen. And then Clay's trying to come off another screen. It's like we got too many shooters on the floor. We need a guy like Draymond, or a guy like Andrew Wiggins to really step up. DiVincenzo could be that too.
I like that pickup for sure.
Yeah,
they have to keep him around. Him and Gary Payton, I think, are the two. That's kind of, if they show up this game 3, I think like you said, they win by at least 12, 10, 12.
Yeah, I see what Sam asked in the chat. He said Curry over under 40 games or 40 in game 3.
I don't think he's getting 40.
Under.
Yeah, under for sure.
Yeah, he tweaked his knee, I think, in game 2. I'm gonna say probably 32.
I was gonna say 28.
Okay.
I was going to say 31.
There you go.
Close.
All around the right number.
Close.
Benjamin Foe asked, "Who's better, Malik Monk or Jordan Poole?" Right now or overall?
I'll be honest with you. I think getting to his spots and executing, knocking down a shot, Malik.
Shit, overall, Jordan Poole got a lot more sauce. Don't get me wrong, he got a lot more sauce. He could probably shoot the 3 ball a little better, but we've seen Malik too. His abilities, he got more bounce. He's very athletic, can play some defense when he wants to.
Yep.
Yeah. Sam, that's what Sam just said. Sam said better defensively too.
For sure.
He was just stuck in Charlotte. And nobody was ever watching him.
You know what I mean?
Now he's
stuck at the Lakers.
Yeah, now
and
he
wasn't going to play very much. I mean,
it is wild. He has kind of been around the world.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he can come down
just because of that. It's like people kind of diminish his abilities. Oh, he's from team to team. But it's like, no, he really got a nice bag, bro. So
yeah,
I mean, shit, I ain't mad at people taking Malik over Poole. Poole just got paid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think too. A lot of people write Malik off. Yeah, man got punched and got a bag and didn't even press charges. That's
I know.
Wild.
Nah, that is crazy.
But I think a lot of people write Malik off based on the league trouble he had, getting suspended and things like that. And I think people associate that with the wrong kind of behavior. So therefore, like your older generation of people is like, oh, well, this kid, he doesn't have his head on straight. He's not that good.
Exactly.
I just don't really even want to watch it. You know what I mean? And that's just, it's not fair to the guy. It's not fair to, to the team. And it's not a fair way to look at people and judge books by its cover. But I think I'm taking Malik over
Same
that.
though. Yeah. You too, Daniel?
Yep. Plus, that was a perfect representation of us old people. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I know how to represent the old people. Trust me. I've been around a few of my
got some experience.
Sam Lynn, this made me giggle. Sam Lynn said, "Poole be a cone on defense a lot."
He do low key.
It made me giggle.
He does. He does.
He do low key, man.
The thing you don't see with the Warriors is just that, which is crazy because they've played aside from Andrew Wiggins being out like 2 or 3 years ago when they were winning back-to-back championships or being in the finals like every year. It was like as soon as the ball was in flight, the dude that was catching the ball knew what he was about to do. He was going to catch and drive, catch, shoot, catch, swing one more. Because they were just so in sync. They're so out of sync right now. I think Sacramento's done a good job defensively, though. Davion Mitchell is sliding them against Steph Curry.
No, he's a force for sure. No airspace for Curry.
Nope, and he's the dude that locked us down at Baylor.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Throwback to that.
Yeah,
I know. That still hurts.
I don't want to rub salt in that wound. Sorry, but have there been any more questions that you wanna look at, Lainey?
This one just came through from Carl. He said, saw some different takes on Twitter. Who do y'all think has the most to gain from a ring? It's a good question.
It's a great question because it's a lot that could use one more that might just like
propel them forward.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give two answers. Let's give the former and current champs, guys that already got some jewelry, and then the people that are still seeking their first one.
Okay, I like that.
So, of the former and current champs, who has the most to gain from winning a second, third, fourth, fifth ring?
Honestly, I think KD. KD.
Okay.
I like that.
I feel like, especially with the stigma that he can only win with Steph, I feel like 2 is cool, but 3, 1, where it seems like, you know what I'm saying, you went over there with some other superstars, but not in the same fashion.
Right.
I feel like that allows a lot of people to kind of get off his back a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like you're going to end up top 10 with 3 rings. That kind of like you can start arguing that 7.
Yeah.
He's my favorite player, so I'm putting him 5. You get that a lot more.
Right.
When you get 3, I think. 2, don't get me wrong. But I feel like it's just so easy to bypass KD right now because they be like, well, it's more people with more rings.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you get 3, it's like, damn, KD got 3 and he top 10 and he that skilled. Now it's a different dynamic. So KD, I feel like Kawhi could use another one. But I feel like they're kind of in the same there.
You've been listening to some people, man.
So what you think,
I was like, yeah, that's a good points there. How about Giannis?
Okay, chat. Somebody in the chat said Giannis. Somebody in the chat said Giannis.
Oh my man.
Only Giannis wants to be one of those dudes that is thought of as a game changer and one of like the Jordans. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Word.
You got MVPs trying to come down. Although I think Embiid's going to win it this year.
Yeah, Embiid, he should get the MVP this year, I think.
Definitely should. After watching that first Denver game, I'm like, nah.
And the guys who can benefit from a first ring, Embiid.
Yeah.
Embiid. Real.
No doubt.
That was my answer. Jumped the freaking gun.
Joker.
I think it's
Shit, Harden.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's true.
Philly in general. Philly. They need a ring. Coming back from football, they going through a lot. Philly.
Yeah.
That's true. I think it's tough for me to pick because chances are probably like 0.0000001% that LeBron would even have a chance to make the finals this year. I think if LeBron does that,
ain't that low
with the team he's got, I think the thing about LeBron is he's already solidified. He's some people's top number one, and he's some people's number two, and some people's number three, which is just whatever. Cool, that's your opinion.
Word.
But I think it would just add on to his legacy. I like what you said about Giannis, and you got to start somewhere. KD as well. I think Kawhi is kind of he snuck under that radar of like, oh well, Kawhi's got what's he got two. One with San Antonio and one with Toronto.
He get one with the Clippers. It's like everywhere he go, he wins.
Yeah,
Word.
That's true.
You feel me?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. Oh man.
Can I tell you what the chat says?
Yeah.
Sure.
2 people in agreement said CP3 needs one.
Oh, we forgot about that though.
Yeah.
Low key.
He's riding under KD's coattails.
CP3. Somebody also said, and I want to get y'all's take on this. If LeBron wins it, is he the undeniable GOAT?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
As much as it's not gonna be undeniable, just because there's so many just determining factors, just different factors, bro. I mean, you can argue him the GOAT now, and I don't think the 5th ring matters as much.
Right.
I'm gonna be real. So if he's not your GOAT now, 5th probably ain't gonna do it. 6th is like, all right, now we can start talking.
Yeah,
I feel like he had that. 4 is cool.
Yeah, 5 and
With all the rest of the
then he's got to
accomplishments.
win. Yeah, 5 and 6 would be like close to 40. Then
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's a lot.
That is a
Even
lot
for
to
the
ask
GOAT.
on that body.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That body
So,
is. You might have to spend $2 million instead
You
of
know?
$1 million on the body.
Right. Ticket going up.
Yeah.
Let's splurge a little
More
bit.
expensive.
Yeah, I think we all kind of said Jokic. Is there, or not Jokic, Embiid? Is there anybody else that maybe had came to mind first when we were going to give this answer of who can benefit from their first ring ever?
I like the Embiid answer.
Yeah, I think if it ain't now, it's never.
Shoot, they gotta go. Yeah, I like the Embiid.
Yeah, in Jokic, but Embiid needs it more.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's had a bigger target on his back.
Word.
Yes.
Because coming from Kansas, injury prone, goes to Philly, cool, has a little bit of success, get to the conference finals, trust the process, that whole movement. And then he's crying after because they lost.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's like,
facts, though.
It's like, dude, you've been on a roller coaster of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to go ahead and get one. Otherwise, he's playing as the most valuable player to his team this year. I think if he had the same thing next year and they have even a first round or second round exit, I don't think it would even be up for discussion about MVP stuff. It's like, well, he just can't win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been to the playoffs. He's been where the stars shine the brightest, and he just hadn't done it.
Yeah, and he wants to be the dude too.
Yeah.
He wants to be a guy. So now, if you want to be a guy, hey, do it in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
We don't care about the regular season.
Angelo in the chat said Tatum ?
I think JT's super young.
Got time. He's one of those players who still, there's still time to win one. And the way it's looking, if they keep that up, then, that should happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell, it's no different than when teams are starting to make that transition into becoming the teams that they are.
Right.
We've seen it with Chicago. We've seen it with the Lakers. We've seen it with, various teams, and I feel like they're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just 1 or 2 years away, and then he should get one. I think he'll get one.
Yeah, right there on the cliff. Just got to jump off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not mad at that. Quick pod. Like we said, everybody, if you guys donated something to the Streamlabs, we do appreciate you.
Can I ask one more question before we get out of here, though?
Yes,
And Chad,
absolutely.
You can get in here, too. Because I feel like this – okay, so I feel like the Clippers, Suns, great series. I feel like whoever loses, though, there may be some changes. The Suns lose. Do they get rid of Chris Paul? If the Clippers lose, do they break up Kawhi and PG?
Good question.
Do you roll right into it with the same squads and go one more time, or do you look to make
changes?
I think if you're the Clippers and you make it to the Western Conference Finals,
You
or
keep
the
Chris Paul?
Finals. Well, for the Clippers.
My fault.
If you
you keep the team?
you keep the team. If you make it to the almost there or make it there, I think everything's okay. But like you said, if it's a second round exit,
Or if it's a first?
yeah, or first, that's true. It's very, very.
Someone's gonna lose.
Somebody gotta lose
Somebody
that.
gotta lose.
You feel
yeah,
me?
That's true.
Because they might try to move Chris Paul to get Kyrie.
Ooh.
They've been talking. I've been seeing. You know,
Then, I mean, I'm not mad at it.
you feel me? So Chris Paul might be over there with you or something. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm just saying they might try to make a move for Kyrie. Both teams.
If
Both
Chris,
teams,
if
though.
Chris
I mean,
Paul,
you gotta try.
You feel
You,
me?
For
you
sure.
gotta try.
if there's even a rumor that Chris Paul's has interest from the Mavericks, I'm opening new fan applications immediately. Like I will,
Heard it here first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anybody that would be willing to welcome me to your fan base, if that happens, I'll gladly join.
Word.
But yeah, I think if the Celtics lose or Celtics,
I said the
geez,
same thing. You
if
good.
the Suns lose first round, CP's got to move on. I think, or the Suns have to move on from CP.
Right.
If the Clippers lose first or second round, I think PG's going to be hunting that ring. I think Kawhi is going to be more of I can get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I think your mindset is totally different. I mean, we see how Kawhi is. I'll be honest with you, Kawhi's a great player. He's probably played the best basketball from March to now.
You know, he's looking crazy, though. Toronto Kawhi is in the building.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very much so.
But
He's back.
he plays 36 games a year.
I know.
It's tough for me to go out there and, twist my knee and roll my ankle and bust my elbow and whatever and fall on the floor and try to win and look over here and it's like, man, they're paying this dude $40 million and he just hurt,
Yep.
So Sam said since March, Kawhi's been averaging 28, 5, and 6.
That's tough.
Kawhi we know.
Yeah, that's the Kawhi we all know and love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, he been going crazy, though. I'm not going to lie, bro.
He has been. He
Yeah.
has been. I mean, he's downloaded new firmware.
You know.
What I mean? Robot
Yeah.
update. But
Luis in the chat said Beantown boys will accept Clay.
okay. I mean, I'm not mad at. I'll be a fan of Sacramento.
Sacktown.
Okay.
Well,
Sacktown.
I'm down for that, honestly. I
Yeah.
mean, at this point, the Mavs, yeah. Oh, they got fined. We can talk about that later. But $750K for basically tampering.
Yeah.
We didn't want it. We didn't talk about
Wembanyama.
that.
Y'all going for it.
I guess, man. If we can get Wembanyama, okay, cool. That's fine. That's great.
Y'all not getting Wembanyama.
We're not though. It's okay.
It's not. It's possible, but y'all not getting Wembanyama, bro.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
all
not
good.
sure.
What they gonna do, Daniel? What you think? What you think happened?
I think both of you guys are making really good points. I think you do have to move away from CP3. That's tough. God,
It is, though.
That's so tough.
It is.
And it's like it's like you went through this grueling series with these two teams, and now you're just gonna break it all up. I don't know.
I think they might look into that though.
Yeah.
I mean, and to your point too, you got to do yourself. You got to do your team justice. You got to at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give
Just
it a shot for
see what
Kyrie.
it takes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think to answer your question, they move on from CP3, and if they lose, I think Kawhi, PG, and Kawhi split, just because their mentalities are different.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen though?
The same.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to,
Yeah, I think PG. I think we're seeing the last days, honestly, of PG and Kawhi. I feel like it's been enough time, man. They can't play together at the same time.
That's a good point.
So I feel like if they don't make it through, and then we don't see PG in the second round, it's like don't worry.
Yeah.
Kawhi's probably gonna make a move somewhere. I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Get
For
paid.
sure.
Try to win one more somewhere, maybe. But like you said, if he don't, he's like, I already did it.
Right.
I'm good.
You know?
Exactly. He's already done that. Been there, done that.
Angelo in the chat said Kyrie to the Clippers.
See, I've been hearing that.
Kyrie just going anywhere he want, I guess.
For sure.
Truthfully, yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He is.
He just ain't gonna do nothing for y'all.
He is. I know
Be
that.
real.
Nah, that's true though. It would kind of
real
be.
with
I would like to see it though, because again, I told you, 2 of them hurt, 1 of them gonna play. You know, that's my motto right now.
Somebody else said PG to the Nuggets.
You're gonna have to. I think
you move a lot.
You'd have to break the Nuggets up.
You move a lot.
Team would never be the same.
I would like PG to Portland though.
It'd be tough.
I would like that.
Ooh, I would like that.
Who would you? You'd have to trade Boucher,
Jeremy Grant.
Keep the big, I guess.
Yep.
Probably them two and a couple draft picks. Honestly,
Draft picks. They might try to take like Shaden Sharp or something. He's kind of on the come up. They may throw him in there, but you have to move quite a bit too. But I could see them, trying to do that. So,
yeah, this is all. I mean, this is great. I love that we've encapsulated 5 days worth of that into 43 minutes.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
It's been a short pod, y'all. We'll have a lot more to talk about as the offseason kind of wraps up. We're gonna try to get some of our favorite former Hog, pro NBA, pro basketball players in here. Maybe some other special guests as well. But don't hold us to that. I don't want to give too much away there.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you have any closing remarks? Shout out to Daniel for coming back.
Daniel, thank you for coming back.
I guess until the chat buries me, then I'll just keep coming back.
We haven't scared him away yet.
Yeah.
Laney, you have any closing remarks?
I'm good.
Okay. Jay, take us home.
Good. GG's G. Thank you guys for tuning in. We locked in with you guys and appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Wings.